Alright. So, okay. Official start to video and all that stuff. This is part 20 of Pokerole. I'm a little tired, though it's not really fatigue that's tiring me out, admittedly. I'm not actually that unenergetic, it's just, I'm kind of just tired. So, expect me to be a little more, laid back this stream. But that's alright. I might actually type Tucker's post today, or I might try to voice act still. I'll consider it as I feel. But, how is everybody today anyways?
I'm doing alright. I've had Frappuccino, so I have the energy to go.
I had Kim coffee too.
You're powered by coffee, Car.
Only rarely.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Most-
basic functionality on coffee.
Look, if I have to drink coffee, you know I am very serious about making a session function, even if I'm tired.
Yeah, I have to drink the coffee to not have a headache, because I have the caffeine dependency.
You poor soul. Yes, as Kyrio says, that does sound mildly concerning. At least it's not soda.
I can be somewhat of a soda whore though.
Gasp the words. I thought we were child friendly. Wait, we're exactly entirely child friendly. We tried.
We failed.
Is there a way to disable on-screen cripple prompts? Not to my knowledge. Well, actually, no, there probably is a way. It's just an extension. Pretty sure you can always disable extensions.
Yeah. Probably.
Let Brooke say. Man, my little sister pitched a movie. I know this is a tangent, but my little sister pitched a movie idea to me that would be like the movie would be rated PG-13, and it would be starring Deadpool, and the whole plot of the movie is that he gets one F-bomb, and he's waiting for the perfect opportunity to use it. And like he almost uses it a whole bunch of times, and it's like the running joke. I'm like, that's brilliant. That would make $1 million. That would make millions.
That's a perplexity statement. With the way Lizard is laying down on the table, looks like Riley's tail is holding them up. I mean, like the angle of the camera? Because he's not laying down, he's just kind of standing there for me.
Wait, who's laying down?
He said Lizard's laying down. Lizard's not laying down. This would be laying down.
Yeah.
Dead. Oh,
Yeah, Lizard is just low to the ground.
thank you for the follow.
No. Alrighty, so the YouTube recording is up, or
Yeah,
like
we,
it has died.
we are good for recaps and all that. Jazz and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, we all it's a field trip, a team building exercise field trip to Sea Spray Town, but it's kind of far away, so we're stopping at Mudbray's ranch here.
That's right.
Yep, good old Mudbray, he's fun. The trip was, stuff happened on the trip over here, but nothing super significant, though it was pretty hilarious. Ralph carried Rise, so I encourage everyone to go and watch it.
Forgot that.
Anything to properly glorify Ralph and his ability to actually be near Rise for once.
Okay, new favor. I'm asking a favor. Any of you, it doesn't matter. Probably, I'm gonna recommend Tubby do it. Tubby, can you can you click these things? Can you click them and select custom? Is that a thing you can do? I assume not.
I cannot now.
All right, if I promote you, now can you?
No.
Still no? So you
Yeah,
don't
there
promote-
is no custom.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I just wanted somebody else to have to do all the image tending to, so I could actually try to focus. You know, Rocky putting up new images, me putting them on the table. I just want somebody else to do that. But it looks like
I'm
I'll still have to do
sorry.
it. It's alright. I love the images, I just, you know...
It's okay.
If you make someone else the host, they can do it.
Yeah, but I think that breaks things if I do it right now. I don't remember, though.
Yeah, like it's automatic, but like it boots everyone and then pulls everyone right back.
It's fine. I can still do it. That's true. He did say he's
that's
just trying to
awesome.
focus on quality over quantity. That might make it easier on me then.
That's awesome.
That's a pretty good feature. I like it.
I love Mudbray, so
Oh, absolutely. Anybody that wants to see these images in case I miss one or something, please just go to the Discord that you can find right here. I'm also unable to... What happened? Oh. My mouse got locked for a second. I'm fine. Relax. It's fine.
All is well. So, remind me, last time, did I leave off with you guys? It was, it was late by the time you all made it to the ranch, so...
yes.
We deal with landmines. It's a failed trip. I don't remember if there's a goal in Sea Spray or not with the group, but we're just going there as part of a yearly expedition?
Yep.
To probably get things that we need for Savon Town, I assume. Savon Town resupply or some sort.
And lots of shenanigans.
And just kind of to see Sea Spray, probably. Especially
Yes.
for us, since we're new to it. I wonder who else is new. Probably like a lot of the youngins.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many shenanigans.
How many people? Actually, here's a good question. Exactly how large of a group are we traveling with?
That is a good question. It's probably at least 20 people, not counting yourselves and the children.
Okay. A reasonably sized group, but not a mob. Well, like a small mob. More pokes, than you can fit in a monster house. Certainly. Well, that's not true. Some monster houses are ridiculous, but...
Oh, that's right. Mudbray gave you all the options to sleep in the barn or sleep in the house. It was up to you guys.
Oh, I forgot about this. So are we going to start the session by going to bed? I think we are, right?
We can skip to after bed if you want. Also, I don't think it was late enough to go to bed yet, but
I don't
he
think
did
so.
give the
It was
options.
like setting sun sort of
and
situation.
He did say that he could still make some food. It was probably closer to around lunch, like a few hours after lunch.
Yeah, it wasn't super duper late, but it was, you know, early evening, at least.
Yeah, I recall Ralph wanted an omelet even though it was like closer to dinner.
I mean, breakfast is good any time.
It is.
That's a true statement in life. Also, streamgoers, is the volume alright? I assume it is. I'm not messing with it, really. Just let me know if it needs to be messed with. I'm not able to pay enough attention to know. Okay, volume good. It's not really the loudest song. It's just chill Mudbray's Ranch song.
Alright, so if there's anything you guys feel like doing currently, since this is technically a little bit of free time on the break. You can explore the ranch. There's the house, which is built like right up against the sheer edge of the canyon, next with a switchback path behind it, or a little off to the side behind it at least. The barn, as well as a fenced-off area for a bunch of Marie.
Yes.
Everybody is already settling in somewhat. Mostly the children, because the children are tired of traveling.
Yeah, I do want to go talk to the Marines.
Tucker was also going to poke over to the breep pen. Kind of curious to seeing how this whole voluntary servitude works exactly.
I'm gonna practice using Bone Club.
Also,
again.
oh, okay. Also, it's worth noting that Tucker does feel a little bit comfortable with this environment because it is somewhat similar to something he remembers in his memories.
Okay, so you want to practice Bone Club again, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Riley's being bored. All he wants to do is mess with his bone. Lately. That's all he's focused on.
Don't make me go in there. I'll unplug your internet.
Oh no.
No, please
I
don't
don't
do
even have
that.
to leave my chair.
Yeah, I mean,
That's true, he doesn't have to.
You gotta be patient with him. He's discovering new ways to use his bone.
I will strangle you in real life.
No, you won't.
You think I won't?
If you go in there, you need to give Charm a hug, okay?
I'm not strangling him. I'm strangling Tubby.
I know, but if you go into Charm's room, you need to give him a hug.
Will I get bonus XP for hugging him?
Maybe.
Alright.
Anyway. Okay.
He's actually
didn't
getting, he's getting... Alright, well, I'm just gonna put my headset off. I'm going to do that in a second now.
What? Why did I
He'll do
say
it.
this?
He's a whore for a bonus experience. I mean, hey, it's true.
Good cat to keep.
Yes. Okay. So, Riley's being boring again. I'll have him roll his training thing later.
I need to make an example by showing that game shit out.
But yes. So, Ralph and Tucker are off to the Marie pen.
Are we? I just got back a headset.
Yes. Since you said you also wanted to go towards the Marie, I believe.
Yep.
What is Brooke gonna do? I know Brooke was weirded out by the ranch.
Oh yeah, was he? Let's detail that. I don't remember.
Yeah, Brooke's always been a little weird when it's come to Pokemon and civilization for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, and he made a comment about the kind of the servitude thing. That was weird, wasn't it? I don't remember what he said. I do remember he said it in a very Brooke way, though.
Oh. Okay, Kyrio, we'll get back to you.
Like wander off as far as leave the ranch grounds?
But we'll get back to Brooke in a minute. I want to do Mareep thing first.
Okay.
Also, Riley, you can do your training roll at any time.
Wait, is Lizard here with us? I can't remember.
Can I go with Brooke?
Is Lizard
well,
actually
yeah.
here?
Yes, Lizard is here with you.
Lizard is here. Oh, what's Lizard
This
doing?
is here with me specifically. That's why he's right next to me.
Okay,
he's
he's hanging
sticking
out.
to me like literal glue.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's
Wait.
right, because Lizard has been very fidgety and nervous the entire time
Right,
you all have
of
been
course.
in the
How can I forget he was here? He was the one that pointed out there were landmines, and kind of not happy about the fact there's landmines.
what do I roll, Karserus?
You can do your training roll if you want. If you're gonna do
What
the
is
training.
that? What is that?
I'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna do Tucker and Ralph first because I can do 2 for 1.
Also,
So-
Zach asked you a question, though I think I already know the answer to it. That's not points in logic and instinct are very, very big things and require a very big event. That's probably not enough to
Yes.
trigger that.
No, it is not enough to trigger a point in logic. Getting a point in logic would generally entail consistently role-playing and figuring out and doing things in character in a way that a human would. Also, darn it, geese.
Also, Tucker's definitely one to lean more towards instinct events right now. He might receive logic later. It depends on how he kind of interacts and grows with things, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna.
So, Tucker and Ralph make their way over to the Mareep pen. It's fairly spacious inside the pen, and it has a larger section of grass as opposed to just a bunch of mud. Since, well, Mareep can't eat mud, unfortunately. A few of the Mareep are grazing around. Most of them are grouped up towards the one corner closer to the ranch. There are a couple that are just sort of off in the direction of the opposite side of the pen for whatever reason. As the Mareep sort of rub against each other while they graze, there's static sparks that come off of their floof. Some of them look like they're only having partially grown back their wool at this point, while others are of the much more fluffy variety. Well, thank you.
Idea is churning in my head on this.
It's not supposed to be a bag, but it's alright. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there it goes.
So, are there any, like, floof, not, like, are there any, like, floof, like, on, like, around the pen where I don't know if sheep shed.
To sheep shed. I don't think sheep shed. That's not how they work, really.
I mean, yeah, there might be some, like, a little bit here or there. Not a large amount.
I mean,
just,
some might
tufts.
come off, yeah.
Yeah. Caught in the wood of the fence.
Or briars or such.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna kind of take as much of it as I can ball up.
So you're going into the pen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Alright.
Alright.
Keep the fence, like, keep.
Oh, okay, you want to leap the fence. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, before he does that, I'm just gonna comment that Tucker. I mean, Tucker's happy to wander up to the pen with Ralph. Tucker's nose is really twitching a lot as he kind of just is instinctually just kind of smelling all the new smells of different Pokemon and stuff. And there's quite a few. How many Mareep are there? Like. Oh. That was weird.
Thank you, Dice, for rolling.
Oh, that's why I had leg spike. I was like, what was up with that?
There's 9 of them currently.
Okay.
3 of them are off to the other side of the pen, so 6 are clustered near your end.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I've gotten to know that DM. Okay, cool. It's usually followed up by something that may or may not be cool.
So
yeah, Tucker is just gonna kind of put his forepaws up on the fence. Kind of just, I don't know if he can. He's quite tall enough to peer over, but there's probably like, even if he can't, there's probably gaps between the fence posts, I assume.
yeah, there's gaps between the fence
I mean,
posts.
it's
It's like the
looking.
traditional ranch fencing.
Okay.
Anywho, I'm gonna hop this fence to show how awesome I am. And because I'm in a little bit of a tunnel vision hurry.
Okay, by the way, Tucker, when you put your paws on the fencing, you hear the wood creak a little, but it's not like it sounds like it's gonna break or anything. So, Ralph, I need you to do Dex Survival Athletics.
Oh, okay, cool.
Tucker is fat boy. Creeks fence.
Okay.
So,
So, Ralph, you hop up and grab onto the top wood bar of the fence near you in the attempt to leap over, and then you just sort of hang there.
just kind of
You
like.
realize this fence is both taller than you realized and you are not exactly the most graceful creature on this planet.
So maybe I should use the gate instead.
Tucker does kind of notice as he's doing it nearby. Tucker kind of looks towards him with a half-cocked head and one ear flopped, kind of like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "What are you doing?"
Okay. It looks so much cooler in my head.
What are you doing? Oh god, I can't do a sheep voice. Bro.
Actually, I love that voice. Please keep doing that.
One of them trots over, staring at Ralph through the gap between the wood bars.
Okay, he's gonna let go. Kerflop. So, I want to come in and I want to, first of all, I want to ask you some stuff about your role and about the sweet gig here. So, like, you guys just get to hang out and eat, and then the mud break comes and takes your role, and that's it.
Well, I mean, there's always Sneasel who flips her wool, but other than that, it's a pretty okay gig.
Oh, that sounds nice, actually. So, the wool, the electricity goes through the wool, like, the thing.
The Mareep stares at you. How the heck am I supposed to know? I'm not a pokebiologist.
Okay, can I have some wool?
I don't know. You'd probably have to ask Mr. Mudbray.
Yeah, you only need a little bit of wool. If there's like some stuck in the fence, I'm gonna take the wool that's stuck in the fence or wherever, even if it's just a few strands, I'm gonna very cautiously touch it to the Thunderstone and see what happens. Not the wool that's currently on the Mareep. I don't want to accidentally evolve the Mareep.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's like
Let's
just
see what
trips
happens.
over stone. Oops, I evolved. I didn't see that in my path. Whoops.
Well, there's a reaction.
Oh.
It's a shame there aren't consolidated saves. So, give me Dex Fight Evasion.
Oh no.
Okay.
Because that's the line in which things work.
I don't think those are his best stats, I'm going to assume. Not exactly.
Not my word.
I mean, 3 is not the worst roll. The last roll you did was worse than that. Yeah, you're okay, probably.
So,
Did not explode.
you see the spark, but it's just a little, too late on your end to drop either the stone or the fur. It's almost like an indecision of which one you feel like dropping. But after the spark between the fur and the thunderstone, there's just a flash of electricity and you zap yourself.
Ow.
Yeah.
It hurts a little more than a static shock, but it's not enough to actually cause damage. Your fingers feel a little tingly. And during this, the Mareep is sidestepping and giving Ralph a bit of a side, not Ralph, Tucker a bit of a side eye. Yeah, sure. Let's roll for paralysis.
Tucker might or might not see that side eye considering his snout's through the opening. He's not really looking too well. Oh goodness me!
I did that as a joke. We'll count Ralph's. He's the one who should have rolled it anyway.
See, this is why we have it. This is the proof that we have a nice DM and not a mean one, right here. I'll count my roll, says DM. That's a mean DM. That's more entertaining.
I love that, Ralph. Let's have a live wire. Let's have a live wire doing
But yeah, the Marie jumps a bit and once again goes, "What are you doing? Why would you do that?"
I'm experimenting. I'm gonna make a sake tool.
Well, go do it somewhere else. We live here because it's peaceful. And then Mareep harumphs and starts trotting over towards the other group of Mareep on the opposite end of the pen.
Okay.
And I'm going to zip over to Riley. Okay.
I
So
want.
Riley
Wait.
wants- Oh,
One
sorry.
quick. I just want to express. I was going to type it, but I'll say it. When Ralph does that electric shock, Tucker actually is kind of surprised by it and accidentally bumps the top of his snoot against the fence post gap before poking back out, and just looking at him like, what did you just do? I missed that. What? Just bewildered. Like, what are you up to? All right, zip.
Yep, sorry for the sun jumping. I just want to make sure everyone is involved, and because once again, it's like you're all in town again. You're all doing separate things. So, Riley wanted to train Bone Club, yes?
Can I just give it like a test to see if it will work at all? If otherwise, I might just go with Brooke.
You know what? Sure. Roll me.
Is Lizard assisting?
Lizard is mostly watching. Lizard does not know how to use Bone Club.
Riley, you're tilted again. Why is this?
Lizard is basically admiring Riley's tenacity.
There we go.
So, give me Fight Brawl +2.
I wouldn't do that.
Kyrio.
That's rude.
I don't think he's going to practice Bone Club on Lizard. That doesn't seem very nice at all.
No. That doesn't seem very right.
No.
Well, it doesn't work out the way you want it. But you get the feeling that you're getting the hang of it. And, well, what are you testing Bone Club on, by the way? Because testing it in the air only does so much.
This is like a tree stump I can swack it against.
No.
Or a tree in general, I suppose.
There is a tree closer to the barn.
Sure.
There's also the barn, the fence, the house, and...
I'll hit the tree. I'm not gonna knock down a building. Because I know the moment I attempt to hit a building is the moment I knock down a wall.
So you whack the tree. The tree shakes a bit. And... if my roller will work... 2 apples come falling down.
Oh, sweet. Take those. I'm gonna give one to Lizard.
Aw, adorable Murray. Lizard squeaks happily and starts nibbling on the apple. I also don't feel like doing Lizard voice at the moment.
Well, Bone Club did something. He did something with that attempt.
It did something. It not quite correct, but it did something.
Oh, I'm gonna go see what Brooke's up to.
Now on to Brooke. So Brooke, you're starting to wander around aimlessly, and it's almost as if the
Lizard has apple. There you go.
Lizard has apple.
Lizard has apple.
Lizard has apple. Campaign complete.
Oh, it's actually floating in front of his face now. Okay, that works. I don't know
adorable.
why he's doing that. I don't know why, but okay.
Because he's nibbling on it.
I guess so.
Lizard has apple. Campaign complete.
Yeah,
we can all go home.
We can go home now, guys. We're done.
No. Adorable as that would be, that's... campaign will not be complete for some time.
More apples required.
So, Brooke, as you're wandering sort of aimlessly, looking around the ranch, almost as if by a sixth sense, Mudbury realizes there's someone on his ranch that doesn't have something to do.
Brooke is also tilted. What the hell? Sorry, I was moving Brooke around trying to fix that.
Everyone is tilted.
Everyone is tilted. I don't know why.
Everyone is tilted by 5 degrees.
Oh yeah,
Just
actually,
enough so that you can
that's
notice.
true. Actually, that's basically what's going on there. Oh, well, anyways, doesn't matter.
Oh. Really?
Look at him.
Anyway.
He's in the ground 5 degrees. About. It's kind of weird that you mentioned it that way. It's fine.
Oh,
He's just that. It's not because of model crisscrossing. That was the problem with Lizard and Riley. But no, Brooke's just tilted. That's just how he rolls. Yeah, man. I don't know.
What, drunk?
Tilted. Yeah.
I think he may have gotten slightly tilted at some point and never fixed. I don't know how to fix that.
I don't know either. Whatever. It doesn't really change anything.
Anyway, so Mudray sort of trots along, doesn't really make it all that, make himself all that discreet. He's not a very discreet old rancher. Just clipping and clopping through the mud. And eventually wheels around in front of Brooke with a big old grin on his face. Well, looky here. Looks like somebody needs something to do around here. What would you say if I had a job for you? Also, I hope I'm doing that voice right,
That sounds good to me.
because I know how much you love the mud voice. And while Brooke is responding, Riley is beating down a tree or attempting to.
Somebody suggested I get a new Totodile and see if it was broken. Nope, it's fine.
So I just will do another roll to knock a tree down.
Well, no, I mean, this is happening while you are trying to knock the tree down.
Ah, okay.
And while Ralph is trying to potentially zap himself.
Also, I'll quickly replace Brooke with a clone. Nobody will notice. Nobody will learn this happened ever.
I can tell they're smaller.
Oh, they are actually.
Sad. You can't believe they got that detail wrong.
Well, cloning is an inexact science. I'm sorry.
Yo, Brooke, did you
Wait, they're
lose
too big.
some weight?
Slightly bigger, but this is okay.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
I don't know how all the models got tilted, by the way. I'm so confused
I don't know
by
either.
that.
Is there anything important with that model beyond the fact that it was a Totodile model? I don't think so, so. There's something else besides name, so I'm just gonna... Boop. The clone replaces.
And none will be the wiser.
He should have wandered
Brooke
off.
is
He should have wandered off. You gotta replace my Sith.
Oh no. Anyway, while Brooke types that up, I'm going to try and nom on my pot pie.
Okay. Can I do a thing while you nom on your pup pie?
Sure.
All right. Is there a... well, actually, I guess I do have to ask a question. There is a gate to the fence, I assume, right?
Yes, there is.
Beyond Ralph's insistence not to use it. Tucker does notice the Mareep wander... Oh, go ahead.
The gate itself is not very far from where you are, but it has a latch, so that, well, the Mareep can't exactly get out or in without assistance, and it's just a little tall, so you would have to rear up and get at it if you wanted to. It's also on the inside of the gate, which would make it a little difficult.
Well, Tucker...
And
Okay, yeah?
actually, you first, and then I'll do Brooke's thing. 'Cause Brooke
Okay.
did first.
Well, Tucker doesn't even realize the Mareep really noticed him at all. Knows his little snoot, because when he had his snoot poking through the gap, his eyes were obviously being blocked by the fence, so he didn't see. But he did seem curious about the Mareep enough that he would poke over to the gate and contemplate it for a little bit, looking up at the latch. And it seems like he wants to go pursue the Mareep, though obviously in a friendly fashion, being Tucker. It looks like he has something on his mind. So he's going to attempt to get that latch. natural pause because I expect I need to do a roll. Also, yes, Kyrio has kind of already responded with Brooke.
Apologies. My little pot pie thing was not cooperating.
I assumed. It's alright. It's okay, he just got slightly teleported. Slightly teleported. That's... Kyrio, that's a really weird way of putting floating, but I'll take it.
Give me Dex Survival, please.
Okay.
Actually, Dex Survival Logic.
Oh, that's actually a good point. Let's see. That's not the best score, obviously. So let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3.
And now I shall voice Brooke as is tradition.
Yes, you go for that. I'll see what the roll is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I get a little restless without something to do, Brooke says. What you got? Also, your current attempts at the latch, Tucker, are not exactly successful. You kind of have to bend in a weird way over the bottom wooden bar in order to get at the latch, as you are. Because unfortunately, pudgy though you are still a small small Puchian.
So Tucker, so I have to reach in, like, I have to reach into a gap to get the latch, right? Essentially?
Yeah, because you unfortunately are not exactly tall enough to lean over the top bar.
Right. So, Tucker kind of rears up and starts, like, kind of paw his paw through the gap to try to get the latch. And then ends up, like, kind of tilting his head and trying to, like, bite it and kind of clamp it a little bit, missing it entirely in the process. It looks a little awkward. Maybe Ralph will intervene if he's not getting electric shocked more.
Yeah, he'll go. Oh, yes, you need some help, don't you? You don't have the fingers. I mean, I kinda have fingers. He holds his hand in front of his face. Little stuff. How do I grab stuff? Okay. I'm so very okay.
Tucker kind of plops back to the ground, giving Ralph an extra bit of look before he answers to make sure that Ralph didn't shock himself, and seeing he's fine, he responds, "Well, yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to the Marine more, but they left before I could say anything."
Well, there are several other Marine near you.
Oh. Well, I will segue that. It'd probably be easier to talk to them if I could do more than poke my snout through. Too.
Dokie dokie, here you go. Clickety clack.
Click.
Yes.
Thank you. Clickety clack. Perfect.
Yes. Well, Ralph can actually lean in, and since he has hands, he can just flick the latch.
I know. I just loved that was him doing. That was him doing. He just saying clickety clack. There we go. Clickety clack. The latch is back.
Yep. So, Mudbray has this silly grin, and he turns around after Brooke's response. You just come with me. I'll show you something that needs some tended to. Something I can't exactly do, at least. And then he trots off in the direction of the house. Riley, you are going to finish your apple and see that Brooke is following Mudbray off to the house.
Much.
Right. That's not fun.
Much.
So instead, what are you doing?
Delete. He ate it.
Instead, I remember something from last time about mentioning that what's his face nephew man went down into the gorge and didn't come back. So I'm gonna go attempt to be a psychic and see if I can sense him down there.
Oh, that's a good point. How long ago was that? I forgot that detail. How long ago did that happen?
A few days.
The nephew has been gone for 2 days, if I'm recalling correctly.
2 days.
However, Mudbray isn't all that concerned yet because, well, Mudsdale's hardy. He can take care of himself.
Doesn't mean there's nothing wrong, so I'm gonna see if I can
Well,
sense
yes, that's
anything
true.
down
That
there.
doesn't mean there's nothing wrong. So you want to go...
Go to the edge of the gorge and try and sense if he's anywhere around.
Okay, that means you're heading towards the switchback, which is towards the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... The pen has been opened with the Marie, and Riley is headed towards the switchback, and Brooke is following Mudbray towards the side of the house.
Is Lizard coming with me?
Yes, Lizard is coming with you.
Perfect.
Lizard doesn't want to be alone in this place for whatever reason.
Also, Car, feel free to cycle between sets of characters as you feel screen time is applicable to. Probably focus on Brooke right now, I'd say, but because he's got the
Yes,
least.
that's what I should do. I'm just lining up another bite of Popeye.
Fair.
Okay. So, Brooke, as you get around the side of the house, you see what look like cellar doors. And you kind of have to wonder how this all was constructed, but you kind also might need to assume that Mudbray got assistance from pioneers or other people to help him construct the home. Even though, like, half of it is made of mud clay. But
Subcontractors.
yes, pretty much. There's a rope attached to each of the cellar doors, and Mudbray just leans down, grabs the rope in his jaws, and pulls back, revealing a stairway down into what looks like a cellar. This here's my root cellar. And that doesn't mean it's selling roots neither. At least not right now. What I need is for you to go down there with your fancy schmancy water powers and go water my roots. Now, mind you, don't water them too hard. I know how sometimes it gets a little out of control. Last time I had a water type around here, they completely drenched the mud fields and everything was all slippy and unpleasant. Just make sure to water each root a little bit. If you do a good job, I might let you keep one. Of course, if you get awful bored of this, I have other things that could use doing around the ranch. Brooke is becoming a faster typer. I couldn't even bite into my pot pie.
Sad.
It's not a tragedy if it's already half eaten. Sounds easy enough, Brooke says. I've been practicing controlling my water gun. He grins. You can count on me. Well then. Much obliged. If you need me, and I haven't come back to check on you yet, I'll probably be in the house. Or tending to the Marie. Some of them in awful order lately. Anyway, thank you much. And Mudbray trots off, leaving you with an open cellar door.
So hard to click the Mudbray. Walks off. Also occurs to me.
Okay. Brooke just... perfect.
Makes no
Brooke
sense
just
to have a
nods.
bush dungeon, so.
Yes. I keep forgetting about changing.
It's okay. It's not a big deal. Just thematic.
Brooke just nods and looks at the cellar. Kinda creepy looking, he says, but shrugs and heads down. Brooke is right, it is kinda creepy looking. It's also dark down there. And surprisingly chilly despite it being, X number of degrees out all the time. But what you find is exactly what Mudbray said was on the tin. In the walls of the cellar, there are roots growing that apparently need watering.
How are they laid out? What kind of job does he have ahead of himself?
Well, the roots, most of the roots are actually kind of middling range along the dirt wall. A couple of them are higher up, out of direct reach, though that may not prove a problem. And there are a few lower to the ground. And there's roots just about on every wall that are set up in this manner. Aside from the one wall that is directed towards the back of the house, which leads to the cliff. That wall also happens to have some wooden paneling to it and a crudely painted "Do Not Destroy" on it. You get the distinct feeling this may have been a problem before.
Do not destroy the wood?
The wall.
The wall.
But the only thing it says on the wooden paneling is "Do Not Destroy."
I see. Well, I'll read it out then. Brooks,
Sorry,
oh,
I was eating.
no, it's okay. It's okay. I your pauses are a good opportunity for me to do it. Brooks spent weeks practicing his water gun and does have experience watering crops. He's absolutely confident he's got this covered.
All right, Brooke. If you don't mind, roll for me. Go ahead with special survival and instinct.
He's not only got a water gun, he's got a water gun carefully. See how he does.
If he gets a ZO, does he just explode?
Oh my god.
No.
Don't ask that
we'll
question.
find out.
Wow, that was unfortunate.
Where the house is going down, boys.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh dear.
So your first attempt, you fire the water gun a little too hard, trying to reach the upper ones first, thinking that'll make it easier with some water trickling down to the lower ones. I'm just gonna see how bad this goes.
Oh.
Ugh.
Ooh, is that bad?
Seems kind of low. If low is bad, then yeah.
So, fortunately, you don't destroy any roots or dislodge them.
That's lucky.
Unfortunately, you also manage to blast a small muddy dent into the wall next to a cluster of roots. You realize that a little more finesse may be in order here. You've been practicing, it's true, but this is both tight quarters, hard to see, and you can't just like spray in the air and water them, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't do the raindrop effect where like you just spray in the air and sprinkle things down. No, doesn't
At
work
least
here.
you didn't.
Can you smooth out the get dent?
Not really. It's not a terrible dent. It's just kind of noticeable once your eyes adjust. At least you didn't water gun a hole through the floor.
What would have that
Since
been?
the house is like right above you. Moving on. Back to Riley and Lizard. They're heading towards the switchback.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
just as you two are at the switchback and you can look down and see it goes down quite a ways into the canyon, there's a very familiar, gruff voice behind you, particularly their throat being cleared. And where do you think you're going, Riley?
Nowhere at the moment.
Pangoro is standing behind you with his arms folded, perpetual glare on, as usual.
I think I'm starting to become numb to the glare, to be honest. He just has it on all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point.
It's kind of just his thing.
It's his gimmick.
Oh, Pingo Jenga don't need a gimmick.
Huh, I made it impossible to grab Pango Jenga for some reason. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah,
That's not his name.
Right, call him Pingo Jenga.
Oh, hello, Guildmaster, sir. You're not trouble. Not yet. You wouldn't happen to be thinking about going down the canyon, would you?
Again, I wasn't intending on going anywhere right now. Right now, I'm just looking.
For now. Just remember that it's not currently guild business that Mudsdale is missing. He could always turn up. Don't go running off without him, especially into the canyon.
I'm sorry, Riley, but he has a point. The inside of the canyon is a pretty dangerous place.
Lizard
Lizard just sort of rubs one arm nervously, their eyes skittishly darting back and forth.
I feel like you'd have better luck telling Riley that it's like super safe and boring down.
Everyone's assuming I was just gonna jump down there and save the day.
Ironically, for an ex-bandit, Lizard's pretty honest. I don't think he'd be capable of that sort of reverse psychology.
Alright, I won't go anywhere without telling anyone.
Finally, a finished pie.
Yes, he says with mouthful of pie.
I'm sorry, audience, for eating the pie during the game, but if I didn't, it would get cold.
You pitch. Got it up finally. Thanks for noting that, Poisez.
I suck with batter pose.
Still a good job, though.
Yeah.
Alright. If you need something to do, you can always ask Mudbrave for a task.
Believe
smirk
me, I'm
sort of-
not bored.
Well, just remember, this is a stopping point. Tomorrow we get to make the rest of the trek to Sea Spray. Hopefully it'll be as uneventful as the trek here. And then Pangoro turns around and starts to leave.
Oh no!
Oh,
Of course. Of course you did that.
Why did you promote Tubby? Why did you promote Tubby?
Do that.
Why did he
I
unlock?
didn't-
Okay, I remember that part where I said,
No. It's fine.
"Just sit
It's
tight.
fine.
Just sit
The
tight."
board has always been unlocked.
Wait, what? Why? Oh, that's right. I know why. Hold on. I know why it was unlocked. 1 second. Do not press anything. Just let me decide. Yeah, certain states of the board were unlocked.
Yep, I have relocked it.
Just remembered that. Just gonna check each state real fast. Just make sure they're all locked up. All right. At least I did that very quickly, so I didn't really take much to fix. So you know.
Panic averted. People did not get warped into the abyss.
You know, I was like, I did when I provoked Tubby. I was like, yeah. I mean, he did problems with the fast. I'm sure that's not gonna happen again.
I didn't do that. Whatever that was, I
Oh, you
didn't
did?
do I didn't.
No, he really didn't.
I
I
know.
don't know what.
I was currently moving Pangoro, so I knew I was selecting Pangoro. I could clearly tell. So the bat was not me either.
I think the map may have been me on accident. I lifted it, and somehow it got dragged into the icons.
But it had to be unlocked first. Is definitely like
It's been unlocked the whole session.
I don't know why it was. It wasn't supposed to be, but okay.
Yes, I relocked it, so
All
all
right,
is
cool.
well.
Cool. All right, let me get that
Okay.
song back on. Yay! It's fine.
So, Riley, are you going to heed the Guildmaster's advice?
Well, I'm just gonna sense to see if I can sense anything. Check to see if I can sense anything just yet.
Like how nobody trusts
Fair
Riley
enough.
to actually not go down. Not even
Yeah,
the
you
chat.
guys-
Not
You
even the
guys
chat.
suck. You all suck. You know that?
Aww.
Tucker might trust you now, though.
Aww.
If he was here.
That's so...
Lizard trusts you.
Yeah, Lizard trusts you. Lizard is also worried for you, but that's par for the course.
Lizard has
un-
seen the other side of me, and he doesn't like it. He prefers this side.
By the way, when you looked down the switchback, you saw that sort of lower down in the distance, there were some berry bushes, or something that looked like berry bushes down on the switchback.
Oh, I see. DM's like, yeah, nobody trusts Riley. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna tempt Riley.
Actually, I'm not the chubby one, am I? I'm the underweight one.
I mean, I could probably tempt Riley with donuts flavored like steak, and he'd go for it.
What? That's a very
Is that-
odd.
That's really specific.
That's
I don't
very
think I'd
specific.
I don't think I'd eat that. That sounds awful.
That's one of those. That's r/oddly specific right there. What the hell?
That sounds gross.
Where'd that come from?
Because protein is good for training.
Oh.
Okay, it's just flavored like steak. It's not actually steak.
That's the point.
Well, I think so. What else? Tell me what dice I need to roll, for God's sakes. Stop teasing me. Poor boy.
Alright, so I need insight, survival, and we'll say instinct this time.
Okay.
Let's see how your roll does. Everybody's rolls have been kind of bad lately. Okay.
Yeah, about that.
No, it's not
You
the
bet.
worst. At least you got a
Goodness.
2.
So you try and sense for Mudsdale. You're not exactly sure what to sense for, but as you cast out your senses, you feel this overwhelming sort of anxiety suddenly wash over you. The kind of sort of stress and nervousness of someone who's in a place they really don't want to be, but they can't escape it.
Riley does not know what is happening.
Are you okay, Riley?
Riley's gonna look at Lizard for a second, just go, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm alright. I mean, I'm here with everyone. Aren't I?
So here's a question, Karserus. If this is going where I think it's going, can I tell if he's being truthful or not?
Do your roll again.
The inner eye is opened.
Yeah, no, Lizard is not telling the truth.
Riley's just gonna go, "I know there's more to it than that. You can tell me, it's fine."
Lizard averts their eyes, actually clinging onto their tail a little bit. No. Lizard shakes their head, closing their eyes.
I can't. I don't want people to not like me. anymore.
And why do you think people won't like you?
I don't want to say.
Is
When
there a
Lizard
reason
opens
why
their
you don't
eyes,
want to?
When Lizard opens their eyes, their gaze drifts down the switchback into the canyon. I don't want to say. And can we go back to the others now?
Yeah. Let's go back.
Thank you.
Hmm.
And Lizard sort of shuffles over and then starts clinging on to Riley's paw with both hands.
Riley will lift up Lizard in a sort of hugging pose and carry him back.
Aw.
Oh. I feel so bad for this character that generated. Eragon, how do you do this?
With immense difficulty, and usually with something to wipe my eyes with nearby.
This is a very Eragon sort of thing, yes. Well, I mean, let's be honest here, Salandits just have a shit life in general, even officially. Like, you know, there's a number of Pokemon that can only evolve when they're one gender. However, for other Pokemon, that's just a biological thing. For Salandits, it's because they're deprived of food, so, yeah.
Wait,
For those
wait.
yeah, the reason the males can't evolve is because the females take their food. So they're malnourished, and that's why they can't evolve. That's the reason. The only females evolve in that line.
That gives total and legitimate reasoning for later things. Okay.
Oh dear, we've empowered him.
Yeah,
Yes, you
that
have.
is actually official if you check the Pokedex stuff. I can go find it if you want me to prove it.
Oh man,
And I told him that, by the way.
that makes
That's
their
actually me.
oh man, that makes it the them being afraid of Salazzle so much.
Yeah.
Because Salazzle's just a fucking bully who takes their food.
Now you're tempting me to make Salazzle fat, and that won't do.
I mean,
Moving
she
on.
can be fit but still well fed at the same time. Metabolism's yo.
No, you cannot, Kyrio. You cannot. Which makes
No.
me sad.
Though under the information, it's theoretically possible if Salandit was treated right. A male Salandit was treated right.
I'm going to spoil this lizard.
Yeah, I'll go. I'm
already
looking it up
asked
right
for it.
now.
Good.
Let's see, where was it? Let me see here. The female can release pheromones to attract males of all species, including humans, which is a weird detail. Additionally, these pheromones may cause opponents to be controlled by its Pokemon's will. Because of this, male Salandit offers its food to females, leaving it malnourished and unable to evolve. That's right there in the official information on Bulbapedia.
They just like spray their pixie dust and gold dig their way to having all the.
Kinda.
That's sinisterly awesome. I like that.
Right. Moving on so I can get back to Tucker and Ralph.
Yeah, sure.
Because they've been stuck in limbo. Alright. So, Ralph undoes the latch on the gate, and it just sort of swings open of its own accord. And the Mareep at the other end of the stall, or the pen, in particular, the three Mareep that were already there, not the one that stalked off over there, see this, and they immediately stampede to get out.
Oh. Oh.
Alrighty.
Good job.
Well, Ralph's still the one technically holding the gate, so he'd be the first one to react, so I'll let him decide to do first.
The gate, by the way, the gate is swinging inward, which means Ralph is technically now in the pen if he chose to cling to the gate.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
We can lock him in. We can finally get rid of him, guys.
I mean, I should note that Tucker is grateful and not immediately noticing this defeat, so he's starting to paw in to probably immediately see the scene.
Alrighty. Let's see. Can I react quick enough to close the gate? Actually, I'm tempted to try and scare him back.
What would WWRD? What would Ralph do?
Yeah, we're gonna try and scare him back into the pen. Yeah,
You-
guys, put it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess go ahead and roll your tough contest intimidate. That thing you've been specking into for some reason.
It's precisely because I want to make good scare rolls.
Ralph, scarier than a ghastly.
You know, Tucker was wondering why exactly the gate is all locked and stuff normally. Like, that seems kind of weird if they're here voluntarily. He may understand now.
Mostly so other Pokemon can't get in that, aren't supposed to be in.
Yeah. Which actually was related to the question that Tucker might or might not be able to break up given the stampede. Oh my.
Oh, yes, I'm so scary. I love it.
Okay, what do you do to be scary?
I threaten them not to, like if Ralph has metaphorical...
I am Thunder God! Ow!
If Ralph
Thunder,
has
ow!
metaphorical things to his voice, they come out now. Like, he just, viciously...
It's gonna be a bully, or...?
Kind of like in a bullyish way. You're going anywhere. I can't do it in the Ralph.
You're not go- Oh god, I can't do a Ralph voice.
Lizard's voice.
You guys aren't going anywhere.
That works.
He's like, yeah.
So, the trio of Marie stop in front of Ralph. Oh god, I need to pull up the encounter.
Oh, they're gonna kill him then.
No.
Just need information, I'm sure.
There's a half a Marie pit. Get out of our way, the lead Marie says, glaring at you.
Tucker's taken aback by all this. But he's kind of in the way of the gate too, since he did step forward. And kind of acted as a natural blockade as well as Ralph. Tucker just cocks his head very confusedly and says, "Why are you guys trying to leave all of a sudden?" He looks really surprised.
We're bored around here. Another Mareep, one of the other Mareep says, "Yeah, it's so peaceful. We're cooped up in this pen with nowhere to go. And we haven't been attacked in weeks. We're fine. Old Man Mudbray is too concerned for our safety. We can take care of ourselves."
You know, I might have something fun to do.
Tucker's not sure what to say yet, but gives Ralph a little quizzical glance. Waiting to see where this goes.
But by the way, in the background of this, the other Mareep are just sort of rolling their eyes and continuing to graze.
So only a few of them want to leave.
Yeah.
How many?
We
Three.
have
Three of them do.
got your friend here, and he's really been trying. He's also bored. So you three, if you guys could, we got a little Riolu traveling with us, and he's also bored. And so he wanted me to come and get some people to help spar with him. Oh, he loves it. He loves the sneak attacks too. So you three just sneak up on him and see if you can knock him out.
I can't believe this. If I get rid of this, Ralph, you are dead.
Cool. Okay, so
Don't worry, Tucker. It'll be hilarious.
Tucker's going to intervene, partially going with what Ralph says, but partially editing what Ralph said. Tucker is going to take a moment and then reflect, yeah, we did have somebody that was wanting a sparring partner, but they didn't want to be surprised about it. Actually, they said that to me a little bit ago. I guess you didn't hear that, Ralph.
Oh, he loves surprises. You guys decide where yourself where you're gonna surprise him or not.
So,
But this
Ralph.
is great.
I
This
hate
is great,
this.
Tucker. The
Smart.
hire each other out.
Ralph.
Okay.
Smart contest allure. Logic.
Oh, that's a lot of stats.
Oh, sweet! I got 7 die for that.
Only 7?
Yeah, I don't have any allure.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
All those dice!
Wow.
The lead Mareep just gives Ralph a deadpan look. We're not getting out to fight. We're getting out to get out. A change of pace. We're not coming back to the pen, the third one in the back says. And the lead Mareep goes, yeah! And they start to charge through.
Wait,
Oh,
I'll let you go, but first you gotta watch my little magic trick.
oh.
Oh god.
Tucker does actually want to speak up. I might need to do some sort of diplomatic roll for this one, but Tucker wants to say this. Well, how about you go with us instead of just running off by yourselves, just in case there's something wrong. We're new here and we don't have much to do either, so we could go with you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Should I diplomatic roll?
Sure.
What my
Give
diplomatic roll?
me... Smart contest logic.
Okay,
Because you aren't actually trying to deceive them.
No,
and
I'm not.
having you do a lore.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes. Less dice, better roll.
Useless.
They pause in trying to push through and start to consider the idea of just going around with you guys for the moment. Promise not to bark at us? The one Mareep in the back asks, peering past its two comrades.
Tucker looks a little wide at that statement. Maybe a tinge of offense, but he's, a good-natured puppo, so he says,
No, of course not. And actually, since we're new here, you could tell us more about the place as we go about the place. How's that sound? We could use a guide.
Finally. Feeling useful for once, instead of just shedding our fluff. And then one of the other Mareep goes, well, technically we don't actually... I understand. Be quiet. They don't need to know that.
Here's one more thing. Can I ride one of you?
Okay. You get to make...
noble sheep seed.
Yeah, sure. Cool contest, please. Because you don't have anything else to help you with that.
Faynell laughed at that one.
Yeah, well, Faynell will get to actually laugh later. There is a chorus of no's. It comes from all the Mareep, not just the 3 Mareep. Even the one that's way at the other end of the pen, just the distant no.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'm back. Jeez. Okie dokie. Yeah, I forget. Are we leading the way, or are they leading?
Well, I'm gonna say for now that Ralph and Tucker are gonna be led around by the trio of Mareep, and they're gonna essentially give you guys a tour of the ranch. Farm ranch, close enough. Which should take up a decent chunk of time.
Alrighty, Ralph is going to close the gate back behind him, of course.
This is smart. Alright, Brooke. We may finally perform more water gun attempts.
A chorus of nice vibrato. I'm just thinking a vibrato chorus of sheep, yes. That's quite good. No, 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 no.
Oh, I was gonna say, seeing that made me think, oh, a barbershop quartet of Vibrava.
a barbershop quartet, you mean?
Oh god.
That was terrible.
Okay, if we're making bad puns, the stream is definitely on track.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just feeling a little. I think I might be feeling a little bit better now.
Yes, Kyrio, same role. And I'm glad.
I do have a pillow to scream at in frustration. Hold on a sec.
Oh no, Brooke!
Oh no!
Jesus.
You hey, careful there. It's oh my Arceus, not oh my god. Come on, stay in character.
I'm going to assume any talks of God are going to refer to the storyteller from here on.
Oh my Jolteon!
Oh my great blue Jolteon in the sky. That's hard to see because it's blue.
Oh no.
Okay. Brooke, I need you to give me a willpower roll.
Oh no.
Oh no. He's gonna start eating everything in there.
Oh no. Willpower. What's willpower again? That's
It's the will stat.
just the will stat, right? Fortunately, he has a bit
Yes,
stockpiled, so.
Roll 5. You have stockpiled a decent amount of wills.
Well, it
so
hasn't
this is
helped him
useful.
before.
Well, maybe it will this time. No, it didn't.
Okay. So, you start to use water gun, and you realize you've put way too much oomph into this. So you tilt your head up and clench your teeth.
Oh no!
And, well, the water sprays everywhere. Your loose tooth also flies out with a mildly stinging pain,
Ow.
followed by a stream of water through the new tooth hole, pointed at the ceiling. So you get
That's not
kind
a noise
of
of-
sprayed.
God.
God, that's a terrifying noise.
Sorry, that was just very funny.
So when you finally get the water gun under control, well, you've watered the room, just not in the way you intended.
How about that How about that tooth gap stream? Did that do any damage?
Well, the tooth is no longer in Brooke's mouth, if that's what you're asking.
I meant that's like did it do a pressurized jet through the tooth hole after that, and cause more damage to the walls? Is what I was curious about. Or did he get lucky on that one?
I'm gonna be merciful on that one. Is the correct term.
Fortunately, the tooth dislodged near the end of the stream, then. Where'd the tooth go, I wonder? It's probably like a fucking arrow into some part of the wall at this point.
It's in a root, someone's gonna bite into it with a tooth.
Oh man, we're gonna destroy this poor Pokemon's ranch.
At this
Wait,
point, I'm
I
afraid
haven't
you're
done
going
shit.
to.
I haven't done shit! How am I the best behaved?
That's great. It's great that Riley is the best behaved. Oh.
I wonder if he'll try to find his tooth or not.
It's a good question.
I mean, you have to remember, the whole place is made of mud, so if it's just projectile into the mud, you're never gonna find it. It's gonna smoosh in, it's gone.
Well, it's packed
It is
dirt
packed
and
mud,
like
yeah.
clay down here.
Yeah, well, may have gotten a little softened up with that spraying. It depends. Aww.
Oh, Brooke coughs and sniffs a bit. I think some of it went up my nose. eventually notices the pain in his mouth and whines. Ow. Takes a moment to sit down and deal with the ache for a bit. When Brooke sits down, he's going to see his tooth is not particularly far away, just laying on the floor in a small puddle.
Add it to your inventory. Hey, one of my player characters lost their tooth like once every 2 sessions. It's fine, just stick it back in.
What?
It was a fake tooth. It kept falling out.
Well, now Brooke officially lives up to this picture. Just the way he was helping.
Don't worry, he's a crocodile. It'll regrow. That's what happens.
Aw.
He idly licks the gap. I don't think that was supposed to come out yet.
Well, he did take one for the team, so he didn't break the house. I'll give him that.
Poor Brooke. I'm sorry. This was supposed to be a simple task.
You got 2 zeros.
Tell that to his dice.
We're gonna find Brooke. He's gonna like crawl out. He's gonna be soaking wet, missing a tooth.
Not sure what else to do. He picks up the tooth and puts it in his bag. He briefly checks to see if he's bleeding and if he should probably ask Mudbray for some first aid. Yeah, there actually is a bit of bleeding now that the water is, finally died down. It's kind of soaking your jaws a bit, and you can taste the, sort of metallic iron aftertaste of it.
Oof.
You know, as if you suddenly yanked out a tooth that wasn't ready to come out.
I'm glad we did this before Lucard joins as a guest later on. Small spoilers, because he has hemophobia. So.
Oh, good. Hopefully, the section he's in won't involve blood.
Or not too much of it, at least. Yes, he will be. At some point in the future. We had small discussions over it. I have a little group of Car and him just specifically talk about it. So we'll talk about it at some point again and figure out a good place to slot him. There's a specific reason why he's being invited. He actually wanted to join this Pokerole in the first place, and I actually kind of regret that I didn't include him. I've done some D&D stuff with Lucard before. He's really good at it. Actually, he's a wonderful. I already can call accolades with his abilities. But the reason I didn't include him, it was dumb. I don't remember. It was just I found the group before asking him, and I didn't feel like asking him. I don't know. I was just being dumb. So adding him as a guest seems only fair.
Don't worry, when Riley inevitably throws the Munchlax off a cliff, we have a free slot open.
I think I might take up 2 slots.
Yeah, 2 player slots will open up.
Oh yeah, you do have an Oranberry, so Brooke's gonna use an Oranberry to stop the bleed. That's...
He's gonna stuff an Oranberry in the missing tooth.
That's... Huh.
Alright.
It's not really a sponge, but okay, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it stops the bleeding, and I don't think anyone else is gonna want to eat that Oranberry, but yeah, sure. So you head up, and yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's that or the gemstone, and I don't think that works as well.
No.
So, You head up,
Oh
and
my god.
Total shock fills your body.
well, Riley and Lizard are gonna be able to see Brooke coming out of the cellar.
Wow.
Ralph and
I like how.
dear Lord, what is this Skexy creature?
I hate this. I hate this. Get rid of this.
I like
Get
how
rid of
Car
this.
paused mid-sentence when I put this down. Wow. Wow.
Get rid of this.
Possible
I hate it.
lizard result?
No.
No.
I
Get out of
guess.
here.
Fuck
Yes,
the tile.
Brooke exits creepy cellar, dazed, covered in blood, and blood and water, and all of Brooke's companions can see this.
I'm just gonna look at him. I'm just gonna stop dead in my walk, look at him for a second, and go. Right, I have a couple of questions. First of all, what the hell are you doing in the cellar? Second of all, what the hell happened to you in the cellar?
Should I get Pangoro or somebody?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. He's gonna put Blizzard down.
Okay. Lizard scurries off to go get help.
Are Tucker and Ralph and the Reaps actually nearby to this situation?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm waiting for Wolf. I'm a fool. Rook says.
Right, I'm gonna
Why was that
try-
so accurate to what he wrote?
Well, it's been, you just gotta stuff something in like the corner of your mouth and try and talk through it. I use that method quite often, actually.
I'm just impressed how accurate that was.
I didn't even need to do that.
Impressive.
Oh, that's how I feel about it too, Brooke.
Riley's just gonna slowly blank and go, okay, let me see if I absorb that. You were attempting to water... and then... Something flew through, and then you threw up. Got it, right. How does that explain the fact that you're covered in blood?
Oh, I feel so bad for everyone. Tucker wanders up to Brooke in obvious concern, cocking his head at a muffled explanation.
Oh, here's a question, Karserus.
Sure.
Because, you know, I was reading the thing, the whole Riolu's using Aura to emulate heel paws. Could I try that and fix his face?
Can I stop him from trying that so he doesn't break his face?
Get out of here, you don't even
So-
know what I'm up to.
So, okay. Sure, Riley.
Oh. Okay.
Special survival channel, I suppose.
Okay, Brooke, don't move.
So y'all are gonna see Riley holding up his hands trying to channel aura as he nears Brooke's face.
Right, no, I like our leader.
Was it terrible?
It was middling. Tucker actually
guess.
can do something. I just realized here. So once that aura thinks that I have something to add.
So are any of you gonna do anything while Riley attempts to defibrillator pause Brooke?
Defibrillator paws.
Tucker is actually too busy immediately digging into his little front bag, poking around it. He doesn't actually immediately notice what Riley's about to do.
I'm not sure I trust this. Try and like intercept it or something, or like grab his hand.
So
Not to undermine your attempt to help, but don't.
Brooke gives Riley a withering look. He tries to say slowly, "Woof. He asks as Riley gets closer, and I can only assume Brooke takes a step back.
Left side's really.
Brooke could probably see that Ripe has like the softest expression he's ever had on his face as he's lifting his hands up.
Maybe if you practice some more and come back to not now.
Meanwhile, Tucker nips the end of something that looks like actually a rag from his pack. And I'm not sure if anybody remembers him having this or not, but he has a closer inspection. It's obvious that it's some sort of like neckerchief that is really worn out. It's really not much more than a rag at this point, but it's kind of exactly what Brooke needs, so he immediately offers it up to the Totodile.
It's also in Totodile colors.
It is.
Riley, your freaky magic stuff gets not the answer to everything. I said no, I used to think metronome was the answer to everything. Need more slide.
Does Ray's actions did Ali Ray's actions resolved? I wasn't sure about that.
It never really was resolved. I did the roll, but nothing really happened.
Okay.
Well,
I'll wait.
So, well, Riley, you've got your hands ready, but Brooke is taking a step back. Ralph is trying to dissuade you, and Tucker's rummaging his pack and pulling out the neckerchief. Are you sure you want to try and go through with this?
Who's that question directed at?
Riley.
Okay.
Did I say Ralph by accident?
You said no one, so I was just asking.
Riley will just sigh and put his hands down.
Good boy.
I'm gonna punch Ralph.
It's not very rash of you.
He says as I immediately punch Ralph 10 seconds later.
So don't worry, he'll let out his rashness on Ralph, not you.
Jiggle.
Third kind of knows something's going on, but he's just more concerned about trying to help stop that blood flow, so he offers up that rag very hastily, kind of focused on that.
Can I roll the force palm with the Munchlax?
Do you really want to roll the force palm of Munchlax?
Yes.
Was knockdown drag.
Unfortunately for you, Lizard comes back with Rise of all people,
Not
who immediately upon seeing Brooke rushes over and gives him a once-over, and then just sighs in relief. You'll be fine. It's just a missing tooth. Oh, thanks, Brooke says, popping out the bloody oranberry, which immediately coats his jaws with blood again, and then takes the handkerchief from Tucker, which kind of starts to stain it red a little bit.
Yeah,
it's fine. It can be cleaned.
No, you really can't clean up bloodstains. Trust me, I did a science fair project on this once. Nothing gets bloodstains out of cloth.
Oh my
nothing,
god,
literally nothing.
You did a science project on bloodstains? How did you get the bloodstains? God damn, I can only imagine the ways you do it.
Not bloodstains only, just stains in general.
Only? Oh god.
There's mustard stains, blood stains, basically a bunch of stains you could get on clothing, test to see which ones you could get out with what detergents, and blood never came out.
I mean, that makes sense. Blood is crazy.
You can't get rid of it. Baking soda will reduce it, but it will not clear it entirely.
Cut out the blood stain and sew in a patch.
You basically have to baking soda it down, then bleach it, and they'll mask the blood stain.
You'll have to wait 3 to 4 weeks for shipping of Eragon's How to Clean Up a Murder Scene videotape.
Sure, I'd sell that.
Here's the start of his tutorial.
First off, commit a murder. Step 1.
Please no. Please no. Oh, here we go. I knew that, Burke says with a grin, still bleeding. Unfortunately, we don't have an Audino or Chansey with us. I would suggest eating the Oranberry if you can. And Rise just looks at the bloody Oranberry in mild disgust. Go ahead and go inside the house, bro.
It's got extra flavor now, it's shake, because it's got your blood on it.
Only Ralph.
Is that how that works?
Only Ralph.
Must resist urge to throw Munchlax off cliff.
And Rise starts to look around and spots some of the Mareep out of the pen.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask, are they still behind
I
us?
wonder if they would just be, they're probably just like, do. It's probably just like, whatever. Or maybe they care. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they actually are trying to sneak off because of all the Pokemon, they definitely recognize the Pioneer Club leaders. And pray tell, what are those three doing out of their pen?
So, they wanted to stretch their legs, so we decided to give them what they decided to give us a tour. No ride though, they won't let me ride.
Tucker, returning to the situation, remembering the Mareeps, nods at this, basically. Kind of looking sheepish, ironically enough.
Rise just sort of tiredly eyeballs this situation. Just make sure they go back in the pen before Mudbray has a fit.
No, he'll be fine.
And he brings a forepaw up to his head. It's far too late for me to be handling all this. I'm going to sleep.
That's the thing that Pingo Jango always does.
If I had
Come on.
$1 for every time Ralph says Pango Django, I could retire.
Maybe by the end of this.
I could probably retire already.
After doing just a double look to make sure that Brooke is indeed fine, he actually perks towards the Mareeps and kind of reassembles next to them to make sure they don't go off on their own.
Rise is a sleepy kitty, Kyrio.
Rise is a cat. I think
Yes.
that's all I need to be said.
Rise also does not get nearly as much sleep as y'all think he does. Alright. It's my blood. Should be fine, Rook says, popping the berry back into his mouth. Sorry for causing a stir, he says, using the kerchief to stop the bleeding.
Also, I like how Lightning Blaze already figured out what I was doing. Good work.
What do you guys do for fun? Well, I guess you don't do much for fun because you're always in the... Let's go do something fun.
What's fun?
We play a game or something.
Alright, so... Is there anything else you all wanted to do since it is actually getting very late in the day and it's about time for people to start turning in-game and possibly out of game?
I guess just a little flavor text. Whatever the Mareeps wanted to do. Tucker is going to kind of follow them to the side. Kind of like, indeed, a sheepdog and how they kind of herd. He does have a bit of a herding instinct, and it's kind of obvious because he's a little bit excitable, tail waggling, and he did promise not to bark, but he still goes a little bit here and there. That sort of, no, I'm not barking, but I'm still going to express noise sort of dog thing.
I suppose until it's time to put them up, they'll play something that Ralph can quickly explain the rules to. They'll do Shark and Minnows. Like Shark and Minnows would be
What's Shark and Minnows?
well, the sheep will run back and forth, and Tucker chases them, and if he catches one, then that sheep helps chase the other sheep.
Oh, it's
That's
like
called British Bulldog.
I guess I've heard that term before. It's just basically weird tag, right? So
Yeah, it's weird tag.
it's weird tag. That's what I'm gonna call it. Weird tag.
Yeah, we play weird tag.
Also do pictures.
Yes,
I've always
Brooke touched.
yeah, I've always heard of it as Sharks and Minnows.
Huh. It's interesting the terms that are there called Halo Zombies. There you go. That's I can recognize that.
Yes. Brooke will pat Riley on the shoulder. I appreciate what you wanted to do. I'm sure it would have been fine. He smiles, and finally heads into the house to get this taken care of.
Riley's not going to respond to Brooke at all.
Aw.
Any spare bits of wool that happen off, like he's gonna get as much as he can, like at least a small fistful of it, because he's pretty sure he's on the right track with this.
So Ralph is basically going to gather up any threads of wool. God damn it.
Yes.
Words are hard.
Of the Marie pool. He's pretty sure he's on the right track with this taser.
Tucker isn't really sure why Ralph is doing that, but, you know, it's a Ralph thing probably, so he's okay with it.
Ralph thing, he's probably gonna eat him.
As far as I know, that Tucker doesn't know exactly how he got himself electrocuted, but he did see the thunderstone being out. Knows that has something to do with it. So he can put a couple things together, but he's still not quite sure what Ralph is trying to accomplish. He could be asked. He could ask, but well, Ralph's a smart guy. He's figured that out at this point. Kind of. Says the smart guy. You know, the guy who almost electrocutes himself. Smart guy.
An enigmatic genius.
So, why am I dumb because I've electrocuted myself?
Look, if you're hurting yourself through your
story,
what's
I
that?
should be dead.
Wait, what? Oh, I think you've mentioned this to me before. What did you do again?
I accidentally put a wall current through my chest.
How did you do that again?
Frayed wire.
Ah. When trying to plug something in, or just
Well,
when trying to
unplug something, but yeah, close enough.
And you touched the wire, I guess? Where was the wire? Oh, the wire of the thing you were
It's at the
unplugging.
lab.
The thing you were unplugging had a frayed wire on the cord. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's dangerous. Who did
And
that?
I was running things through the lab, so it was just a loop.
Luckily,
I was running things through.
Luckily, the electricity that runs through a house is a little bit less dangerous because it's an alternating current, and it'll shock you and push you away.
I was in the lab.
Yeah, he wasn't in a house, so it's different current probably in that establishment.
Ralph, I'd imagine the Thunderstone being a direct, that. It's probably a direct current, which is a lot more dangerous because it'll just cling you there.
Yeah.
Like getting shocked straight up from say a car battery is more dangerous than getting a shock from your house.
Mm-hmm.
The alternating current will shock you quickly and push you away.
Hiroki, thank you so much for the art, by the way.
Also, thank you, Keysquid, for the art.
Yes, and thank you, Keysquid.
Our other artists, because we basically have two now. Of course, we are always welcoming more other... If anybody wants to do a doodle, even if they don't feel like they're super great at art, it's fine. I'll still share it off. Show it off. Share it.
Yep. So... the Mareep don't exactly have much they do for fun around here, since most of the time they just sort of spend their days grazing and lazing about, which is a pretty cushy life, all things considered, for a poke.
Tucker might prompt the occasional question to kind of make them feel important, and also to get information about the farm, like, hey, what's this do? What's that do?
Mostly simple things, really. Not much aside from what you've already been told. Though they do, help you tour the ranch a bit. they do show you the inside of the barn, which is relatively spacious, and there's a space set aside inside it for the Pidgeys, which is basically like a line of nests like you might see in a chicken coop. Though, this late in the day, the Pidgeys are already sleeping, as are several of the pioneers that have elected to just sleep in the barn.
Also, it's a bit of a trip.
Yeah, I suppose it's time to lead the Mareeps back to their bed.
Much to their chagrin.
You guys go back. Oh, we'll bring you a souvenir from the sea spray. We're going to the sea spray town. It's over there, I think. So we'll bring you back like a card game or something to play. Okay. Or something you guys can do.
I'm sorry, what are you asking?
He said that he'd give them a we're going to Sea Spray and he'll bring them back a card game or something for the trip back. So they have something to do with the pen.
Yeah,
I mean, they have no idea what a card game is or how they'll play it, but sure. They're happy to receive souvenirs.
They'll bring back some sort of souvenir today.
That's cute.
Mareeps playing poker or something. Bring back a deck of playing cards.
Anyway, so eventually Mudbray comes out and will make the Mareep go from the pen to the barn, since that's where they tend to go at night.
Don't take Mudbray. This is important. The Mareep said no, but can I ride you?
I reckon I do not have the horsepower for that. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but if my nephew were here, it might be possible. But just at an eyeballing glance, you are just a tad too heavy for me to be carting around on my spine.
Don't kidding, that's fine.
New objective: rescue his nephew so that because Ralph wants to take a ride.
So that Ralph can be a cow Pokemon. Well, I guess there are a couple of cow Pokemon. Sometimes the Mon references don't make sense.
That said... Ah, crap, I lost my train.
I knew that would happen.
God darn it. Ragga. Words. That said, you did an awful good job of keeping the more rambunctious Mareep in line. Though I think that has something to do with your canine companion than anything else.
So I'm super scared. Didn't you see me roar and scare them?
I'm certain they were terrified.
Yeah.
Now, are you two gonna be sleeping in the house or the barn?
The house is probably pretty packed, huh? Like you will go to the barn.
Oh, we got plenty of space. If you don't mind the cold, you can always sleep in the cellar.
Yeah, I guess I don't mind the cold because I'm a munchlax. But human memories tell me that I do mind the cold, so no cold for me, thank you.
Yeah, Brooke can settle wherever he likes. After going inside, some of the other pioneers help patch him up and keep his mouth from bleeding everywhere. They also dry him off a little bit, because they know he's a water type, so they're not sure if drying him off is the correct move.
Is he supposed to be wet? Does anyone know?
Tucker actually swells with a bit of pride when he's mentioned, Because he did feel like a proper sheepdog.
I mean, where you are exotic.
It's true. Tucker will like to head to the barn. Mostly because he's clearly just interested in all the animals. All the Pokemon locally living here.
Yeah, Ralph's gonna head for the barn. Jane pooped.
Okay. Where is Riley gonna go sleep?
Before I do that, I want to try something.
Okay.
So you know that tree?
The
I want to
tree
go
you
over to
whacked.
it. Yeah, the tree I whacked. I want to go over to it and see if there's any damage. I want to try and fix it with aura.
It doesn't look particularly damaged, but you can still try if you want.
Sure, I'm gonna do that.
Special channels, survival, and if you had it, nature.
Yeah, I'm not good with trees. Apparently, I'm decent with trees.
So Riley puts his paws on the tree and closes his eyes, and he can feel the aura of the tree. And then he tries to push his aura into the trees. Kind of like Force Bomb, but not really. And when you open your eyes, nothing's really happened per se, because there wasn't really much you could have made happen. But you get the feeling that you did something right.
Doesn't look any more lush or anything.
Not particularly. But you do feel as though you may be getting the hang of things a little better.
Some progress, I suppose. Well, I was just gonna sort of bonk his forehead against the tree trunk.
Riley? Lizard comes up behind Riley.
Yeah?
Can we go to bed now?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Lizard fidgets. Are you okay, Riley?
I've just got something on my mind right now.
Oh. I understand. Do you need a hug? And Lizard just holds their arms out.
I think we both do. He's gonna accept this hug.
Lizard hugs Riley. It is adorable. And nobody sees.
Why
It is
is,
a secret hug.
why is Lizard threatening my Simmon roll position? Hello?
Sorry. This is Riley's cinnamon roll, is the lizard.
Oh well, there's you know what? If I've learned anything about sweet things, it's good to have multiple sweets.
I've booted out the perch, I've taken the lizard. This is fine. I'm gonna take him to the barn, I guess.
Lizard is okay with where. Alright. So, in the morning,
In the morning, it is a morning.
sorry for mild distraction. In the morning, you know, the pioneers start to gather and get prepared for the rest of the trip. And you all see that Mubray is speaking with Pangoro and Rise off to the side. Is there anything you guys want to try and do before you go?
I want to try and duplicate the thing I did at the gorge yesterday.
The sensory thing?
Yeah.
Wasn't that insight survival instinct I made you roll?
Yes.
You can. Are you going to direct it or anything?
Absolutely not.
Why is it stuck?
Okay, you are suddenly overwhelmed with a variety of emotions. It gives you a headache.
Oh god, I'm just gonna clutch my head and try and turn it off. Visibly wince.
Cool, do the roll again.
Oh god.
Oh no, you didn't find the off switch before you found the on switch.
Oh god, I didn't think about it turn it off. I think I know how to turn it off, it's fine.
Okay, you managed to quote unquote turn it off.
Ugh.
There is one thing that, assuming, are you done, Riley?
Well, assuming the sight of Riley suddenly clutching his head, wincing, and like burrowing himself into a ball is not concerning enough, yeah, I'm good.
Don't worry, I'll get used to these.
Wow, okay.
It'll become something you're used to, then it won't hurt as much. Well, Tucker, is not one to waste time with the trip, and he's going to leave on time with people, but after he's woken up, he actually pokes over to the little area of the Pidgeys. Just again, being a curious pup with a sniffing snoot, since they were the ones that made eggs. I'm wondering if Ralph was going to join this, because Ralph was interested in eggs.
Well, when you go to the barn, the Pidgeys are awake. Some of them are just sort of fluttering around, or pecking at the ground, or at some feed or what.
Okay.
A few of them are in the nests. And they're just sort of there. They're used to the presence of other people. Though, considering you are a Puchiena, a couple of them may eye you a bit cautiously.
Oh, fair response, fair response. Is Ralph gonna do anything, or is Ralph doing his own thing? Does Ralph want to get some eggs before we leave, is what I'm wondering mainly.
Yeah, Ralph's definitely gonna go for another omelet before you leave.
Oh wait, Ralph already had one, didn't he? When did he sneak that?
Who knows? I'm just gonna make him attack so that the model closes.
This is the lovely glitches we have with these.
So we're gonna get an omelet for the road, because that's a road. I mean, when you can eat it in one bite, it is.
It is assumed that probably everybody had an omelet or something the day before. But Tucker just seems curious about the Pidgeys, but he also goes over and asks them. He figures it would be polite to greet those who do produce the breakfasts around here, and he goes,
Hi. Is it possible if I can get some eggs? We're leaving soon, but I wanted a few eggs for breakfast if possible.
He realized he probably could ask somebody else for this, but wanted to be polite and ask the ones who made the eggs.
I don't have a Pidgey voice.
I'm putting you on the spot. Haha!
Oh no, the DM is flustered and it's flailing now. Oh dear.
God is flustered.
God will flop right on top of you.
I will yeet God.
Oh no. Don't yeet.
You don't have the strength for it.
Oh, you think?
You
Want me to educate you in the power of Riley?
I'm sure you'll get the chance.
You've seen what has become of him.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
a straight strength roll, and it takes 11 successes.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Easy.
Note that
So-
the strength bar only has 10 slots.
That's
I
true.
got a friend in my brain who gives me +4 to my rolls. It's perfectly obtainable.
Only when he wants to.
I have many friends. in my
Anyway.
brain.
You think he
Moving
wouldn't want to beat the shit out of God? He totally would.
Moving on.
Oh my god, look how small Pidgey starts. Alright, let's fix
Pidgey
that.
where?
It's right here. It was just really fucking tiny. There we go.
Oh, yeah, Pidgeys are tiny.
Pidgey are tiny.
Yeah. So
There we go.
the Pidgeys near you converse, and they're okay with it. This isn't really outside the normal for them. So a couple of them just sort of shuffle off their nests and look to see if there are any eggs. There's like maybe 3 or 4 total.
Tucker seems to find this whole production line sort of thing kind of odd but intriguing at the same time. He gratefully takes a few as they're offered to him, putting a few in his pack, since he can't exactly hold on to multiple in his mouth without possibly breaking them. And gives them a little thank you. Before probably going back to Ralph, because Ralph was probably eyeing the whole situation when he wasn't ballerina spinning a moment ago. What are you doing?
I just knew that would look funny.
And then Tucker's like, I got us breakfast. And probably gives...
Right.
But he does realize, though, they are kind of raw, so he's not sure what to do with them right now. Still, he has breakfast. He has breakfast. Of course, they could eat them raw. Probably.
You could.
No
Also,
harm in
Brooke seems
that.
to be almost cheerily whistling through his tooth cap, not really all too bothered by it.
Tucker just goes around between all the party members and gives everybody an egg.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
am I
try-
gonna do with this?
Breakfast.
I'm gonna try and eat the raw egg.
Ugh.
Breakfast.
Oh, you know what? Like a snake, shell and all. Just
Breakfast. He just each time he just pulls one out from the bag, just holding it very gently in his teeth, and just hands it to each party member, because everybody can grab it except for him, because he's the only one with paws, including Lizard. Lizard gets an egg too. He made sure to
Yeah,
get.
he's just gonna just suddenly uncurl himself from his ball and sort of give a look to Tucker.
Lizard is going to
Wow.
take the proffered egg and swallow it whole, no problem.
Everyone's sick and swallowing them whole.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you guys?
Not to be outdone, Ralph was gonna try and swallow his whole.
Ralph, your jaw is the trash can lid. You're fine.
Tucker's immediate thought was to maybe see if Lizard could cook them, but seeing even Lizard just eating the egg straight up, he shrugs when he gets to his own, pops it gently into his own jaws like he was when giving them to the other. Then just kind of flops, like throws his head back, tops it in the air a little bit, and just lets it land in the back of his gullet, giving
Is
it
he gonna
a triumphant swallow because he feels encouraged too.
Is he gonna choke?
I don't know. Does he need to roll?
No, I'm not going to make you roll, because if I make you roll, it's possible you'll choke, and I don't want that.
Riley's gonna offer his egg to the lizard.
So in other words,
Lizard's going to
DM
take the
confirms.
egg with-
DM confirms Tucker could gulp down an egg, no problem then.
Well,
DM
I mean,
confirmed.
it's not like you have the same human gag reflexes in your body.
Also dog. Dogs have powerful abilities to just consume as quickly as possible, so. Well, hyena, but honorary dog, all that stuff. I still think Puccinas are a blend of hyena and like a canine, like a dog, so.
Anyway, Lizard takes the extra egg with big sparkly eyes, opens wide, almost like Ralph is able to, and then gulps it down.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Alright, everyone. If you're all prepared for the trip, it's time we make our way.
Oh yes, I'm super prepared.
Oh, what was did we catch wind of what Rise and Pangoro and Mudbray were talking about? Was it just boring adult things?
None of you decided to go and listen in on the conversation.
It's true, eggs were more important. So
I just looked into the minds of the Borg, so I'm not exactly thinking about eavesdropping right now.
Ah, poor Riley. Subject to so much mental torture. So,
Stop mucking around with my brain. Leave me alone.
I guess I should know. No. Tucker does show actual concern for Riley when he's curled up, but in offering the egg, just basically tries to cheer him up, and hopefully succeeded to some degree.
Did you notice it, Riley? It's like immediately gave it to Lizard.
Wait, what? You did?
Yeah.
I think Tucker missed that because he was too busy, like, getting inspired to gulp his egg down because of Lizard and actually all the reptiles, really. Everybody.
And the Munchlax. Literally everyone but Riley. Freaking swallowed an egg whole, you freaking savages.
Yeah. Oh, yo, Pingo Dingo. What was... Gamma mine.
Mm-hmm. Did you need something, Ralph?
Yeah, no. Okay, if Mudsdale is still missing when we come back, we should look for him, yeah?
That's actually what we were talking about, Mudbray. He made an official request. If on our way back Mudsdale is still missing, we're going to leave a contingent of pioneers to help look for him.
Oh, sign me up for that. I have an important question that only a Mudsdale can answer.
Is that so?
Yes.
Pangoro does not look impressed, by the way. Well, focus on the trip for now. Hopefully Mudsdale shows up, and there's less work for us in the end.
So, let's work is always so good. You know, we're a lot alike, even if you don't, think so, Fingerzingo.
Less work is good on my end for an entirely different reason. And Pangoro starts to shuffle off in the direction of Sea Spring Town.
Okay, let's follow. We're gonna follow the Pango. Oh, cute! I forgot. I gotta wait for the leader to go. Yes. Like Ralph starts to follow, but he's like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna lead our group. I'm gonna let Brooke walk ahead of me.
So, I got a question to ask you two. Or, you two, all of you. Do you want encounters on the remainder of the way to Sea Spray, or do you want to get to Sea Spray tonight? Because it's almost 10 on my end, and I know that it's rather late.
On one hand, it would be cool to get to Sea Spray. The question is, do we want to get there at the end of a session or at the beginning of? Yeah, I'd say probably at the end of one, so that way, because it always kind of takes us a while to get rolling anyway.
Okay. Because I figured we were going to end the session soon, so it was either, do you guys want, extra encounters, or do you want to get to Sea Spray? So I'm taking it that you guys want to get to Sea Spray.
Yeah, I'm thinking discovering Sea Spray and getting that whole initial
okay.
out of the way is prudent.
All right.
That way we can jump into shenanigans next. right at the start next to.
So, it's about another 11, 12-hour march, since it can't exactly be called a hike when it's mostly flat, to get to Sea Spray Town. But you see it in the distance long before you end up actually there, particularly the front gates, which are rather tall. But you can see several buildings peeking up over the gates, and when you finally enter them, just the noise of so many other Pokemon going about their business, and all these tall buildings and businesses crammed together in this space, and the cool breeze of the ocean coming in from Seaside just wash over you in a huge wave. Also, oh my gosh, that's adorable.
I love it.
Welcome to the only reason Riley has any form of mental stability, the picture series.
Okay, so have you finished describing the sea spray?
The vague and short description of it. This is not a settlement like Savantown. This is something that heavily reminds all of you of a human city. The architecture is different, mind you. And,
yes.
well, obviously Pokemon, but it's very
and,
much like a human city.
The access of it. I feel like in particular, this would yank at Ralph's memory as he, like, wide-eyed is taking everything, and particularly the coastline, and just...
And furthermore, down Main Street, you can see all the way to the coastline down the main street, and it is a ways away. This, just even standing at the gate, the scale of the city is very apparent.
Yeah, for several reasons, Ralph is just like...
It's what's here. No, you're not here. There's someplace like this.
It is like an itch you can't scratch, I guess.
The land ends there, and the sea begins. I can't.
Does this image work? It's a little hard to find a good image sometimes.
That is a pretty image. I like it. Even if it's not perfect, I like it.
I could make a little more metropolitan if I find a better one.
But it's so nice.
It's a pretty image, isn't it?
It's pretty.
It looks like it belongs in a Studio Ghibli film.
I feel like there's an image I shared with you when we discussed Sea Spray on Telegram at some one point, so I'll see if I can find that image.
So, of course, Pangoro is the first to speak up as you all get through the...
Please remember to stay together in the group. Guardians of the children, please watch over them. We don't need another missing child incident.
Brooke sniffs the air and seems a bit energized by the seawater in the air. He looks at the cityscape and is a mix of impressed and something else. Not quite disappointment, but perhaps a bit of resignation. Not bad, he says finally.
Yeah, the smell would be particularly familiar to Ralph. He'd probably be taking it in rather like a lot. taking in the salty sea air smell, just like smelling it, thinking hard, smelling it again, thinking hard, and just like an itch in his brain that he can't quite scratch. He can like just barely touch it.
Tucker seems a little overwhelmed, like he hasn't really seen something of this scale, at least not very commonly, even perhaps in his past. But he seems very impressed too.
And more than the smell of the sea, what comes next is, oddly enough, the smell of various foods that comes wafting up around the street. And these other smells, things like the lamps that line the street also seem to have their own very distinctive smell. And just the noise. It's very different from Savan Town's sort of crowded marketplace noise. This is a noise of a heavy populace filled with businesses, people coming and going in buildings, or heading off to different places. And in particular, off in the distance near the shoreline, you can hear cheers coming from that direction.
Oh, there's the image I found. Oh, I found it finally.
I feel like Ralph is now distracted from his memory jogging and his.
There's so much food. I can't focus. God, I'm gonna eat there first. No, I'm gonna eat there first. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, there's so much food down there.
And Ralph has plenty of money to spend on it all.
Oh god. Why didn't I take his money when I had the chance?
Yeah, unfortunately, Charm, that picture is not nearly busy enough.
I'm gonna keep looking. I'll find a good picture.
That's still a really good picture, though.
Oh, wait! Oh! I like that one. Oh, I like that one, but I like this one. Obviously, we're just looking for a proxy, not something perfect. So I'll just keep saying random things to Car until he says he likes one. Ooh. Oh, I like that one. That one's really nice. Oh, it's so small, though. When you see a really good picture, but it's small, makes you sad.
Sad.
Oh. We can stick with the one we got. It's nice.
Okay.
Alright, everyone. Start making your way down Main Street. Hotel Alomo is down on the seaside. Prize purrs, strutting his stuff as he walks down the street. Because of course he will.
Ralph will follow closely behind.
Because of course Ralph will.
Tucker will fall into the group.
Unrise. I won't be distracted by the food because we gotta check into the hotel.
Tucker's nose is dancing with all the scents, of course, as they go. And definitely he notices those food smells, too.
I'm gonna head to the beach, Brooke says, putting his hands on his head.
Oh, the beach.
Well, Don't wander too far. We still need to get our accommodations, Mr. Lee. Ralph chuckles. Wow.
Ralph.
Okay. Rise chuckles. Yes,
Yeah,
that is the one.
that one sold it for me. Alright, we have a really good image now. This is this is just perfect. Here.
Yep.
It's gonna block the token. Oh, it did block the token.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it's a little small, but it's good.
I mean, I can make it bigger, so.
That's good. I like that.
Just need to move your roller.
So,
Oh, no, don't. Get that back.
as you all start making your way down Main Street, past all the wonders that the city has to offer, from stores dedicated entirely to just regular clothing, pretty much, garments without powers attached, to what looks to be thematic cafes and just specialized food places, bakeries. There's even one place you look at and it's just filled with ice types for whatever reason, and they've got these sparkling treats inside. Many of the children are having a tough time, and they're kind of voicing their complaints to the parents and or guardians set to look after them because they want to run around and see everything, as children are wont to do.
You guys can run and see everything when you're in it. Okay, I'm showing you what I'm gonna do.
Aw, but the ocean! Brooke whines a bit, joke, but obviously not. We're here for an entire week. Everyone will have enough ocean by then.
And you, as you, will probably be inside.
And just Rise lifts a paw near his chest, just faking being super offended. As the banter continues. But as you all are wandering your way down, I need all of you to make just regular insight rolls, if you please. Or
What's
insight survival. Since I don't think any of you have a...
We're not really great with the insight yet. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
See, unlike Pathfinder and D&D, perception is not a priority in this game.
Yeah, it's odd. Well, I mean, it can be, depending on how you want to build, but...
I mean, anti-ambush build is a thing.
Yeah. High perception can circumvent other issues that you would normally have to use other sets for, so...
Yeah. It's fairly important in Myriad Song, but usually only one person in the party needs a decent roll for it.
Does Mr. Brook want to roll too?
I don't think he does.
It's insight survival, so that should be...
4 dice for him. He has a good one. His hands... Oh, there he is. Okay, he does exist. Just checking. I'm following his mouse. Where's he going? He's looking at the book. I just look at the...
Is he having a stroke?
What's he doing? I'm just watching his head go around.
Kyrio, is everything okay?
I'll, Oh yeah, I think you did. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, he's moving.
Kyrio, I asked you to roll insight survival. Because you all are coming down Main Street, and I need you guys to either notice something or not notice something.
You're the best roll for this. Let's see.
I'm calling it now. He's getting
0.
a 1.
Wow.
Yeah, I told you.
You called it.
Okay. So
I got 3.
Ralph is gonna notice just narrowly beforehand. It's okay, Kyrio. I know it's late. We're almost done. But Brooke isn't even going to notice until the moment passes. But there's a Lucario that zooms past, and he seems to be gliding on a board made of aura, and he nearly bowls through your group.
Radical?
Do that.
And yeah, he's actually in some form of like skater boy outfit, pretty much.
Say what now?
Yes. Do you not remember
No.
this character?
Okay.
Do you have the image for this?
I mean, yes.
Question mark.
Rummages.
Adding that to the list of things I could apparently do with aura.
Hold on, let me get the image.
The first thing Ralph's gonna do is,
Okay, so Riley, I know that you want to try that, but let's say you don't.
I like how Ralph is slowly becoming the voice of reason.
He's not the voice of reason, he's the voice of chaos. Just because there's some moments of clarity that come out of his mouth does not mean most of what comes out of it is pure garbage.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
that's... Okay, that is mean.
well, I mean, I guess to be fair, more things go into his mouth than come out of it.
Also, let's see. Where was that image? I think it's amongst the other ones, probably. Let me just jump to this. Short of message. There it is. Found it. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Here. Let me get a new image. I need to make another image tile. Hold on. I'll just copy this one, I guess. What I've learned at this point is there's no such thing as too many image tiles. Alright, there we go.
This is true.
Copy. Thank goodness for push, I gotta say that much. Alright.
I'm walking here.
Hey,
And
I'm
it broke.
walking here! Brooke shouts out, almost out of instinct as he narrowly avoids being run over. Then watch where you're walking! Little Lucario calls as he just zooms down Main Street towards the seaside area. If we can find the picture of the Lucario.
I keep breaking things, hold on. It's a me thing, it's a me thing. Let me try this again. Oh, that's right, now it's broken, because I'm trying to upload the same image. Hold on a second.
You're very radical.
Meanwhile, Tucker is just kind of doing a double take. Like, he was kind of confused when it just passed by.
Riley was only partially paying attention. He's sort of, with his free hand, rubbing one side of his head just above where his aura dangle connects to his head.
There! I did it!
Found it!
That's not even Lucario, that's a Riolo.
Shut up.
No,
It's the outfit, though.
Yes, the outfit is what's important. It is a Lucario, though.
Yeah. In-game,
Yeah,
Lucario.
Ignore that the art is of Riolu. It is supposed to be a Lucario. The outfit is the important thing.
Alright, so he's very radical.
Very radical.
The
Tucker!
nerve of some people, for cuffs. I hate cities.
I've been here for like 10 minutes and he already hates cities.
Tucker finds the outfit rather surprising what little he gets to see while the Lucario radically passes by. Though it does cause Tucker to start noticing be a little more observant that I would assume, anyways, there are quite a few Pokemon with wearing numerous garments and such in this area.
This is correct. Many of them are just wearing extraneous garments. They aren't necessarily powered or doing anything particular for the Pokemon wearing them. They're just there to be fancy.
If I look fancy, I'll be more attractive to the people. You know, they might be onto something with these clothes.
I wouldn't bother if I were you, Ralph. The only people with full outfits like that are gladiators. Pangoro just grumbles, and Rise rolls his eyes and nods.
Gladiators?
Didn't we tell you? Sea Spray holds the tourney grounds.
Ooh. So, it's like a big mosh pit, or is it,
You'll find out. Patience. The hotel is right next to them.
oh, I guess, yeah, Hey guys, I think, hey guys, I think I know something fun we could do.
Well, in any case, I believe we can wrap it up here, having completed your arrival sequence. Wait, have I been to a city before? I definitely feel like I have. Brooke rubs his head a little. This amnesia thing is getting annoying.
Yes, I know, Brooke. I feel so many familiar sensations, and I see images like ripped up pieces of a picture of a town like this that I spent a lot of time in. I just can't. I can't.
Tucker pipes up. I feel like I've seen cities before too, but I'm not really familiar with them, I think.
One of Riley's ears will just sort of flick at these comments, and he's gonna hang his head a little bit.
No, guys, I think I used to live somewhere like this. I feel at home. Feels right.
This place feels too familiar. Brooke crosses his arms. I hate it.
It's interesting that familiarity bothers Brooke.
I've only shared Ralph's backstory with Karserus, so not even you, Cherub, know why this place jogs his memory so hard.
I see. This place doesn't do that so hard for Tucker, but still, such a metropolitan area does kind of evoke certain memories, just because of how it exists and how modern it is, really. Thank you, Rocky. By the way, linking the artist of the Extreme Skater Reoler.
All right, and I believe that completes the intro to Sea Spray.
Yeah.
Which means we get to do Sea Spray things next time. Yay!
Also, I'm really just happy that somebody recognized the Sea Spray Town music immediately. That makes me happy.
Yes, you did, Kyrio, which is awesome.
Yay!
And I'm glad that this helped you feel better, Charm. I really am.
Oh, I do feel better, yeah. I honestly, at the start of the session, the main thing that was depressing me was the fact that I didn't feel like I could roleplay today. I really kind of didn't feel like I could play Tucker. But that turned around. So really, my depression was simply I didn't think I'd be providing very good content today. Because, again, overworked.
Yeah, I figured you'd get
and
back
overstressed.
into it after you heard, after like I started using my voice and Car starts using his voices. I figured you'd get back into it.
Well, I do tend to sponge off of other people, so it is good that this is a group thing. That definitely helped. I'm glad to say you were wrong. I am glad to say that too. Also, this is a really good image, actually. This is pretty much exactly what I imagined for the building type and the lanterns and everything.
Yes.
And it's also the technology level kind of works, too. It's all perfect.
All right. So everybody gets. I'm gonna say 4 experience because y'all finally made it to a new town.
Nice.
Okay.
Do I get an extra for hug?
Yes, you get an extra for hug.
Do I get an extra
Yes.
for sheepdogging?
You get an extra for sheepdogging.
Yay.
Brooke gets an extra for
Horribly mutilating his
Watering.
own body.
for watering the roots.
Sort of.
Oh, actually, curious question. Did Brooke did you retrieve your tooth or leave it? I forget.
I think Brooke put it in his bed.
Oh, you did retrieve it. I mean, I get a tooth could be useful, still.
It's gonna stab somebody with his own tooth.
Yeah, you could turn that into a tool, for instance.
Yes, he could if he felt like it. And
Oh yeah, I should probably...
Ralph will give you. Ralph will get an extra experience for actually experimenting and being rather in character doing that. Despite the danger he posed to everyone, including himself.
Can I get bonus XP for aura-related shenanigans?
No,
I
you
will-
already got an aura.
I
You
will
already
not
got an
relate
extra
this.
experience. I know you want to hoard experience, but I'm actually going to evenly give out experience this time.
No,
You already got rewarded for your aura shenanigans.
I did.
Yes, you did, and for your bone club shenanigans.
Oh,
Glad that
Okay, fair
mess of a I'm glad that mess of a neckerchief that Tucker had been holding on to finally came in use for something. You can always use a bit of cloth or something.
Oh, did you get rid of it from your inventory?
Well, it got bloodied, it right?
Well, you could keep it, just add, like, bloody tag if you want.
Oh, I mean, I kind of gave it to Brooks, so I wasn't expecting it to. Tucker was not expecting to get it back after that.
I'll just note it down.
Okay,
here.
alright. I already forgot what its description was, but now it's bloody in addition to whatever it was. Actually, can I undo on this thing? No, I cannot. Didn't think so. It's not that advanced. Well, I can look back at the old footage and just add it back in. No biggie. I now possess Brooks' blood. I can do alchemic properties now.
Well, you only have the blood of the clone, so it's already one step removed from the original. It might be
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
unstable.
Or let's see, what did I write? What was the description before I deleted it? It was...
It's fine. I've written down a thing on Brooks.
Oh. Well, Brooke gave it back, actually. He said so.
Oh,
Tucker would have taken it back. I'll just, steal that. Hold on.
yeah, just got it. Oh yeah, and you still have the dried berry.
Yes, I do have the dried berry. I don't even remember what kind of berry it was at this point.
I don't know either. You're gonna have to rehydrate it or do something with it.
That's not too hard to do with a water type around, at least that first one. That dried berry could be useful, so he held on to it. I mean, it's not like it's gonna go bad, it's dried berry.
And Poizaz, unfortunately, crafting weaponry is something that requires logic, which very few Pokemon have. It's almost entirely exclusive to humans turned Pokemon. And most weapons have a requirement of logic just to utilize them.
I'm on the right track though with it.
Yes.
It seems that garments are a little easier for Pokemon than tools, though.
Yes.
Which makes sense, they can be honed with natural stuff. Weaponry and stuff requires, like, smithing and such.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
also
does.
requires a need. Most invention is born of necessity. If you have claws and teeth, you don't.
If you have
need
claws and
to-
teeth and the power to rip a hole in the cosmos, you don't really need a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like
Pokemon are their own weapons, typically,
I don't need a
so...
sword. Like I can breathe fire. I don't need to build a flamethrower. You know. And if I can't breathe fire, I can go get my next door neighbor and he can breathe fire.
Now, bear in mind, however, there are smiths that specialize in making tools and things, which is, where the glimpse with Blaze's dad comes from. And yes, I confirmed that.
Yeah, the gears are ticking in Ralph's head about the team. He's thinking some sort of way to tautly hold the wool in like a line and have a little pocket that the stone sits in.
Oh, I hope you guys like Zack and Zamazenta. They might show up at some point. Maybe not.
Guys, I'm getting into a sword fight with Sword Dog.
I mean, that would be pretty epic if Riley, bone sword fought.
What if I just got a sword? I looked up and the sword is a thing in this game. You only need one logic to wield it. I could wield a sword.
That's fair.
Or you could just learn Sacred Sword.
I could do that too, but I feel as though I'll probably get a physical sword before I do that. Especially at the rate at which I'm learning Bone Club, i.e. not very quickly.
Isn't Sacred Sword just
worst.
Isn't Sacred Sword just like a spiritual sword, basically?
Pretty much.
What if you formed that around a real sword?
Probably even like a better sword.
If you create like an energy sword sort of thing.
Yeah.
I believe Sacred Sword ignores defenses.
Yes, I believe it does. Or at least it ignores some defenses, if nothing else.
In any case, it is late, and unfortunately, I need to go.
That is fine.
I would normally stick around and do more commentary and things. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna ask the stream goers if people think that Tucker should get a perform point spent, or if the experience should be held onto. I'm kind of remember, Tucker's stats change based on what he does. He just sheepdogged a whole bunch, so I'm kind of wondering if I should give him a perform point.
I mean, you can always just save
of course.
It because you're going to be doing something later, right?
Well, yeah, perform could factor. Or something else could factor.
It could.
Something more important could factor.
I kind of want you to save that experience just in case you want to, in the middle of doing the job, get a boost.
That's fair. I forgot you could do that at the middle of sessions, too. That's true.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. When DM clearly implies something, you should listen.
Yeah.
Cackles in DM.
When the DM says, "Are you sure?"
Oh, Quirrell! Quirrell, oh wait, that's right. Let's see. Your orchestration. What were you working on again? I think if I recall, Quirrell was doing a remix of something. Was it something related to Pokerole, or was it something related to one of the songs I've written for the change stuff and shifted in this case? I can't remember. Kyrio. Okay, Kyrio. Names are hard. When you see the signs of blue lightning, you better listen. That's a good way of analogizing it, yes. But yeah, we got Sea Spray. One of the fan songs. Okay. Yeah. I would love to hear it. Where should I put it in the Discord? Well, if you're talking about my main Discord group, which I assume you are, boop. You can put that in... Honestly, you can put that in fan art if you want. That's fine. It's technically fan art. Or just do wherever, you know. CPS fan art, that is. But yeah. Karserus? Did he already go? Did everybody already go? Did everybody leave? Everybody's left.
I'm here.
Of course you are. You're the only one that doesn't leave. You're the only one that doesn't poof out really fast. And that's why I love you. But yeah, this was fun. I'm glad I did perk up a bit. So there will probably be a stream tomorrow, by the way, guys. Unless Eragon basically tells me I can't. Because I do kind of want to... I'll address it later. I'll address it tomorrow, but there's relevant reasons why I would do a bonus stream tomorrow. As much as I would like to rest, I probably shouldn't. So 7 streams, and then there's Friday streams, so that'll be 8 streams in a row without a break, which is not normal for me at all. I actually normally stagger my streams such that I get breaks here and there because I kind of need them. I do put a lot of work into what I do, so a lot of energy too. Yeah, it is Poizaz. I figured I'd kind of answer their what they did with a proper statement against what they did, basically. A very professional response in my intern, basically. But it would require another stream to do so, so I'll probably do that. But we'll talk about it tomorrow. But that was Pokerole Session 20, and that actually went pretty well. It was a little shorter, and I'm sorry about that. That was kind of my fault. Rough times lately, rough day. I got here late, so everybody was waiting on me for like probably an hour or so. So this was a little bit of a short session, but honestly, I feel like this was just the right length. So I'm not really personally too upset. I hope nobody's bothered by this. This feels like the right length, kind of, for tonight, though. I may well do exactly that, Beers. But anyways, yeah. I hope you guys had a good time. And I guess next time, obviously in 2 more weeks, I guess we'll be exploring Sea Spray. After we go check out the hotel, which also has its own music, by the way. So that'll be fun. And I wonder what shenanigans everyone will get up to in Sea Spray. There's just so many things to do.
Oh, the shenanigans.
It is the biggest city in the Pokemon universe, pretty much. It's bigger than Lively Town, so...
There's gonna be at least 2.5 sessions of shenanigans.
I agree. And not counting the arena, probably.
Oh, man. Oh, but that's, by the way, a brilliant way to get, like, a whole lot of people involved.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant.
I don't know who came up with the idea, but it was really great that there were sign-up sheets for... Yeah, by the way, viewers in the Pokerole Discord actually get to sign up their own teams. We may have closed sign-ups at this point, I don't know. Maybe it's still open, but just heads up on that. Basically, there's a channel for that, and people have been signing up their teams so they can be part of the battle arena. So, I don't know how exactly Car is doing it. I'm glad I'm not organizing it because I've been too busy lately, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. But, okay, so obviously we gotta do the special thing. So let us go ahead. All right, you know what time it is. When I promote you know what time it is.
All right. Oh well, the table button's actually still shaded in.
What? Weird. Maybe it's because I unpromoted you earlier. Let's try it again. How about now?
Actually, you know, I probably think I disabled my own flip.
Oh, just to be safe. It's honestly a good idea. I should do that with mine. You know, I would be handing out the flip to other people, but everybody, like I said, everybody just leaves the call immediately, so I can only give it to Tubby or myself. Actually, I could do it myself for once.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'll use Pangoro for this. Let's see. I'm gonna do this, actually. It's gonna be... Let's see if I can time this. I gotta put him here. And then I gotta...
Make your lift height. Excellent.
Gotta grab him. And then... Boom!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, somersault. I figured I'd flick him. There we go.
Nice.
Well, that goes everything. Boop. Well, alright guys, this is going to be the end of this session. Though do stick around a little bit longer if you want, and I will discuss with you about, I'll discuss with whoever remains on the stream about tomorrow. But that was the end of session 20. Got the big 2-0. We're making progress.
This is nice.